not as noticeable. That sucks. Anyway, hey everybody, and welcome back to Black Mesa. In the first video, we began the game and played through the first 3 levels, those being Unforeseen Consequences, Office Complex, and We've Got Hostiles. I do not count the intro chapters as levels. That's just the intro, level-wise. Chapter-wise, I think they count. Anyway, plot-wise, we basically screwed the world over by opening up the door for aliens from another dimension to come in and start attacking everybody. And a military force was deployed here with orders to not only kill them, but to also kill the Black Mesa staff to keep the place a secret. And now we're gonna have to continue onwards to the science team at the Lambda Complex, since they're apparently the only ones who can stop the mess, and we're gonna have to fight through the aliens and the military as we go. So let's begin, because the next level, level 4, is right through this hall over here. And this level is called Blast Pit. One of the more interesting levels from the original game, and it's actually hardly changed here. Most of the other levels have gotten overhauls in some places. I mean, Office Complex not really, but there were still more people to find. This level, though, is mostly the same, actually. So there are some new additions, of course. There are new additions to every single level in this game. I don't actually need this. But yeah, this one has probably the least of all the levels in the entire game. The least changes from the original. So there's a zombie in here. I'm just gonna... Never mind. You know, I was gonna put a grenade in there, but then he walked too quickly. And so I just decided to kill him. I will still put a grenade in here just for fun. Oh my god. I didn't really expect the explosion of gyms. Okay, so, press this button, and that opens that elevator. The elevator's a little different, in this game. We got a full squid right here. Alright, it tried to move the boxes out of the way to get a better shot, but it couldn't get a second shot off because my gun's too fast. In the original game, the elevator here was actually, like, embedded in the floor, and you would ride it down, which is kind of cool. That's just a regular elevator, and that's fine. It makes more sense, and it's more safe that way. I wouldn't really expect safety from this place, especially looking at the elevators from the intro, which were not very safe at all. But yeah, rare example of safety. So you can actually go through that vent up there, and it takes you to this alternate path where you can instead go down a bunch of ladders. Basically take the stairs instead of the elevator if you want. But I'm gonna take the elevator, so... Here we go, because I'm lazy. I want machines to do everything for me. Gordon's gonna have to save this energy, because he's about to be using it to stay alive for the next, like, 12 hours, or however freaking long this game is. So yeah, I did notice in the previous video that my microphone was a little worse than I thought. The biggest problem is that it cuts me out from time to time, like at certain points in sentences. I still hope you can understand what I'm saying most of the time, but there were some times where, like, even I didn't know what I said, so that's unfortunate. I really wish I could figure out the issue, but I don't know the first thing about that, and right now this is kind of my only microphone. So yeah, I'm just gonna roll with it for the series, if that's okay with people. It's not, but... Alright, anyway. Right here is the second emergency message on the radio. If it'll start.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New Mexico Department of Emergency Services. At 9:47 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, a disaster of unknown type has occurred at the Black Mesa Research Facility.
I always like the designs of these
damage
things.
And failure to various
They look really cool.
communication systems in the surrounding areas. This message replaces the previous alert, which expired at 12:01 p.m. Mountain Standard Time this afternoon. A full quarantine has been issued for the Black Mesa area. In the interest of public safety, all residents within a 150-mile radius of Black Mesa, New Mexico, are advised to evacuate the area immediately. Take only essential supplies and a battery-powered radio. Do not use more than one vehicle for traveling. Follow local evacuation routes, which have been marked by local authorities. If you are within the evacuation area and have no transportation, locate your nearest police department. If you begin experiencing a fever, coughing, nausea, dizziness, muscle ache, pneumonia, hair loss, or any such similar ailments, please contact your nearest disease control center immediately, as these symptoms may be related to recent events. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information on this.
So they're intensifying the requirements a little bit, evacuating people within a 150-mile radius. They didn't say specific before, but I'm pretty sure it was smaller than that. They're also quarantining the Black Mesa Desert, and telling people that if they have diseases, it could be related, which is kind of interesting. Maybe like something with the rift and dimensions have something to do with that. Anyway, here we go with a little train, which was present in the original game. You just hook onto it with E, and then you press W to increase it once. You can increase it twice, and even up to 3 times. But you can also back down a little bit. I prefer to go with this speed. This speed's good. Once you move from side to side, or press E again, I didn't need to fire my gun there. You'll no longer be attached to it, and will no longer. Oh god. That bull squid is chasing a head crab and will no longer change its speed. A little late, buddy. I'm well past you. There's a lot of them. Alright, we're almost to the end of this long tunnel. Hi, buddy. Bad place to teleport. Oh god. Be sure to get off at the end before you, before it crashes, or otherwise you get flung that way, and I think you take horse fall damage? I'm not really sure. Thankfully, you can back off of it before that happens. But now we're at the end of the tunnel, and we got to, climb over the stuff. This very bright green goo. Which we did see in the intro at one point with the alarm. I was just ringing for whatever reason. I think in the original game here, this was designed slightly differently. Like, there was not a continuation of the tracks. This was just kind of like a dead end with some pipes, and you would crawl under it and fight a bull squid. But now it's... There's nothing, you just go into this pipe and continue onward. Then you get dropped in this room, which does have a bull squid in it. Oh god. Right in the face. Right in the face again, basically. Lost some suit energy from that, but it's fine. Alright, so I believe there was a second bull squid here in the original game. It's not here, here. Oh wait, actually. It might be over here. Is it? No, it's not. I thought I remembered there being a bull squid here. Well, there are more in here, so it's fine. These ones are best taken out with a pistol. Oh, hello. These ones are best taken out with a pistol because they're long range. Jesus! These are some big beasts, and yet they jib that easily when I shot them with a shotgun one time. Alright. Can you please? I don't have any better weapons for this guy. Okay, wait. You know what? Apparently the shotgun is actually a long-range weapon. That's how guns work. Shotguns are long-range weapons. Didn't you know? You're supposed to use them as sniper rifles. Got it. Alright, so you have to jump across this pipe and jump to this elevator, which is in a very precarious position, yet it somehow still works. And the elevator will take us up to safer ground where we need to be. So yeah, you may notice the suit energy there took a lot more damage than I did. I don't think it has something to do with their attacks. I think it's just like suit energy in this game protects from like 2/3 of all incoming damage, or 80%. I don't really know which one it is, but it is a lot higher than Doom's, which is like at most 50%. Otherwise, it's 1/3. And so, like, mostly suit energy takes damage before your health.
Hostile biological forms detected in silo
Dude, there are hostile forms detected everywhere. Silo D isn't special. Alright. Gotta kill these guys. There's a lot of them. Used up all my shells. Look at this big room. Fantastically recreated. With great lighting. Hi. Although it says hostile biological forms, it's the same ones we've been dealing with the whole game. These aren't like some special new threat. We've been dealing with them the whole time so far. Oh, whatever. I don't know, maybe there's something new in here. Let's go in and find out. Hi, how's it going? Well, you're not anything new. Neither are you.
Must fire the rocket engine. Destroy the damn thing before it gets any larger.
Well, I don't know about you, but that sounds new. Something we have to kill with a rocket engine and not a gun? What kind of new unstoppable threat could this be? I only used half of that, that's interesting. Or actually, I think that one would heal like 75%, I guess. Jesus. That honestly jump scared me. I like how it's so much more of a jump scare in this version, but yeah, that's certainly a new biological form. Maybe that intercom announcement wasn't lying after all. This is definitely new. So, yeah, we have to fire the rocket engine from that to kill it. And yeah, that seems like it'll do a pretty good job. The unfortunate thing is, we can't fire it. Because,
Main propulsion disengaged.
Oh, okay, I was gonna explain it, but yeah, you know, sure, just steal the credit from me. So yeah, as you can see, we need oxygen, we need fuel, and we need the power. It's not as obvious as in the original game because there's a lot more detail to this desk, but yeah, those are the three components that we need to be able to fire this, and we cannot power them up here. We're gonna have to explore this big area a bit and power those two up as we go, so. But first we have to get past this thing.
Hey, be quiet. This thing hears us. Some scientists snuck down to the generator to get the rocket. We're gonna try to make a break for the fuel annex. You with us?
Yep, I guess so. So it's a collaborative effort in terms of trying to start this thing up. People must really hate this thing. But I mean, he's kind of trapped. I mean, is he really a problem? Is he a I mean, is this thing really that big of a problem? Oh yeah, good idea, dude. Good idea, dude. Definitely do that. Oh no. And that's what happens when you bother this guy. He just wants to bash the platforms. Just let him do his thing. Oh god. Okay, so, as that guy said, this thing is blind, but can hear you. So, you can use explosives like these new C4 that we have to distract it. So I'm going to throw that over there, and then, unlike the original game, where you have to throw it and then click to blow it up before you throw another one, you can actually throw multiple and then blow them all up with right-click. But I'm only going to throw one. Yeah, kind of a quality of life improvement. So anyway, it's now distracted and down there. I think the tearing mechanics are a little less weird and janky in this version, so we should be able to get out of here much easier. I'm going to throw a grenade over to that door to blow it up and get that rubble out of the way. Alright, it's good enough. Then I'm going to throw some C4 down there to prepare to distract them again when I actually get over there, like now. Yeah, okay. Then they'll start attacking the ground, and then we can sneak out. Now, in the original game, these guys were an instant kill if they hit you, but here, they're actually not. In fact, they don't do that much damage. I mean, they do a lot, I assume, at least. I haven't been hit by them too many times to tell. I assume they do a lot, but they are not insta-kills anymore, and I might like that a little better. But, like, you are supposed to avoid being hit by them as much as possible, so still try and sneak past them. At least at first. Anyway, we're gonna have to leave the silo for a bit, because we have to go start up the fuel. Hi. I did not know that you were there. I completely forgot about that. The oxy fuel is not ready, so, I think part of 1.5 gave a little better signposting to that room there. You can see that there were labels above the doors that said, like, oxygen, fuel, and power. I don't think those were there in previous versions of Black Mesa or the original game, so they added some signposting there, which is nice. It allows you to find your way a lot easier, because this is kind of a big, sprawling chapter. But yeah, this chapter, we're not really going to be making forward progress throughout this level. We're going to be going to, like, side areas and starting up these things so we can get this big guy out of the way, and then make progress. Because, even though I just said, he's kind of trapped in this room, is he really blocking the way? Actually, he is. He is blocking the way to, the forward progress. I mean, I'm not sure how we know we're supposed to go there, but it's where you're supposed to go to progress the game, so... yeah, sure. Just accept it. Alright, we got a pretty big hole here to climb down. And a barnacle. No, that's a wire. It's sometimes hard to tell the difference between a barnacle's little tongue, I guess it's a tongue, and the wire that's just hanging down. But, I mean, most of the time all you have to do is look up and you can see your answer. Alright, he's dead, I think. Is he? Okay, yes he is. The water was just doing strange things to his ragdoll. There. This is also kind of a level where you're sort of forced to use the shotgun. We're not getting much ammo for the pistol or the MP5. I don't think I should have loaded the pistol there. Because now I have less ammo for the MP5 if I ever decide to use it, but... I think I'm mostly going to be sticking with shotgun because there actually are no military throughout this entire level. You get a little break from them, and it's just zombies and the other aliens throughout it, so... and they're very susceptible to the shotgun because they're not as mobile as the military are. Hello. You know, I'm going to go back to crowbar for this guy. He's dead. Something I really liked about Half-Life 1, and by extension Black Mesa, is how quickly you swing the crowbar. Like, compared to Half-Life 2, which is just like... this was the fastest you could swing it. Just kind of strange. Hey buddy, got some shotgun shells? Ow. You actually hit me. Yeah, I think those guys are a little stronger. That guy took like 8 hits, as opposed to 4. Right, so we got a very big room. For whatever reason in the original game, this room was colored green, and I don't know why. But now it's not, and I think this is overall a better aesthetic. It fits in a lot more with the rest of the level. But yeah, it's quite an interesting room. It's got quite an interesting puzzle in it. Because we gotta climb down here and flip the switch that will turn this big, giant fan on. Then you have to climb in between it. Oh god. Get out of there. Manual override, emergency use only. Okay, what's the manual override here? But anyway, the fan will eventually spin so fast that it literally blows you upwards. Not really sure how that works, but sure. So that you can go into this vent. I believe all these other vents are blocked by an invisible wall. It's this one you have to go through, the one with the light above it. So, yeah. So let's go through it. This is a big vent. I'm standing right now. This is a huge vent. I mean, this is kind of the source of the ventilation throughout the facility, I guess, but still, this is a huge freaking vent. This would be crouching. I'm standing up right now. It's very strange. Where are these guys? In this game, it's a little harder to tell, and also by extension Half-Life 2, it's a little harder to tell when the headcrabs are dead because they ragdoll. In the original game, they had like set death animations because there were no physics, and there was no physics engine yet, or like, I mean, like advanced physics engines like ragdolls. So headcrabs would always flip upside down, and that way you could always tell when it was dead. But here they don't, so it's a little harder to tell. But generally, if they're not moving, they're dead. And that's easy to keep in mind. Alright, got some zombies, got some barnacles, got a head crab. Usual stuff. Once I reload, we'll get these barnacles out of the way. I'm trying to think of any... That may not have come well through the microphone. Let me restart. I'm trying to think of any topics that I would like to talk about that in the first video, but I can't really think of any that are suitable with this level. Other than that, this level's cool. This is honestly one of my favorite levels in the original game. I mean, it's quite interesting. Just like, you have this big blockade in your path, this big enemy in your path, so you have to turn on other things outside of the silo where it is to kill it.
Power system. Please report status.
Yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, I just kind of did that puzzle on a whim, but yeah, you grab the valve from there to attach it to here, and then you can activate the oxygen and the fuel. And unlike the original game, where it was actually possible to miss the, it was actually possible to miss turning on the oxygen and fuel, here you have to turn it on to progress. The only reason I know that you can miss it in the original is because I kind of forgot to do it on my first playthrough, and so I got there, and then I realized that only the power was on. The oxygen and fuel was not on, so I had to go back and turn it on. That was fun. Anyway, that's it for oxygen and fuel. Now all we need to do is get to the power, but unfortunately that means going through the silo again. The silo with the big dumb monster in it. I like how they start, like, spinning out steam. I'm not sure if that's entirely safe, but hey, at least you know that there's stuff traveling through this, so it's fine. I love the obvious lighting and texture changes when you go through this airlock. I believe it is teleporting you to another location, because the inside of the silo is actually bigger than the outside of the silo. But quick fun fact. Okay, there are two ways to go. You could go down there, but it's very risky. I prefer to go back through this room. We're gonna throw a grenade to the other side of this room, so they get distracted with that. Alright, and then I'm going to throw a grenade down to that door. Then I'm going to... Oh, that worked. Okay, throw a grenade over there. Jesus! Okay, that works. That guy just smacked it. That guy just smacked the grenade over there. Man, star soccer player. At least I think, like, headbutting a soccer ball is something that you do in that sport, or maybe you just do it for fun. I don't know if that's actually part of the sport, because I don't give a shit about sports, just so you know. I do not care about them, unless it's Fortnite. I'm kidding. Alright, so this bridge was apparently intact in previous versions of Black Mesa, and okay, I didn't know that he would survive that. I was about to sarcastically say, that was a great combat set piece, and then he survived, and he's still surviving. Even though, from the looks of things, I literally pumped an entire clip and a half of MP5 ammo into him, and he didn't die. That was very strange. But yeah, this bridge was intact in the original... No, previous versions of Black Mesa, but apparently it was broken in the original game. Now it's broken here too, as of an update, so you just have to cross that. It's fine. Like, it's less safe, but... I mean, what is safe in this game? Nothing. So now we enter the power annex, I guess is what this place is called. The generator room? That's what that security guard called it. Hello, guys. You're sleeping. So, I believe you can sneak past these guys, but I find it more fun to just surprise them with the C4. That's a rude wake-up. Alright, are there any supplies in these boxes? If there's one thing about this game that's a little weird, is like, the supply... Yeah, okay, there are, apparently. The supplies within these regular boxes isn't very consistent. Like, sometimes there isn't, but it was kind of the same in Half-Life 2. So I can't really fault it for it. And there are those small little supply boxes that do always have items in them. Let me just real quick... Hang on. The barnacle took it. What? Why did that not go far? And also, how deaf is this, bull squid? And he didn't die. Alright. Sure. Whatever. Alright, so this room has like 1,000 barnacles on the ceiling. So I'm gonna take care of them with the shotgun. Which is apparently a long-range weapon. I don't know how. Alright. Reload faster, please. One of the frustrating things about this weapon is that when you run out of ammo, and then you start force reloading, anytime you want to fire it again, you have to click and then wait for Gordon to do the pump animation. But that is a little punishment that you get for running out of ammo. And that's a little hidden feature in this game. If you run out of ammo on a gun, the reloading animation is slightly longer. Either sometimes slightly, or sometimes a lot longer. And so, especially when you're fighting the military, which I'll get back to at some point, whenever I can use the MP5 again, a tip that I have is, try to watch your ammo. Okay, that's strange. Why does the 10 disappear sometimes? Alright, anyway, try to watch your ammo and reload before you run out, because the reloading animation when you're empty is a lot longer than when you're, than when you still have ammo left. When you still have ammo left, it's like boop boop. But when you don't, it's like double the length. Anyway, let's call this elevator. Watch your step. Yeah, please do. It's another freight elevator. This time not to the surface. This time it actually goes deeper. Alright. So I guess like running in circles is the best way to avoid those guys. And also killing the hound eye that starts to charge up its attack is the best way, since like I don't think any others charge up their attacks at the same time. I think only one does it at a time. Alright. Here we go, let's take this down. Oh, that looks safe. That looks very promising. This looks like a smooth elevator ride. Nothing could go wrong while riding this elevator, at all. Looks like something went wrong. Why don't we jump to this conveniently placed ladder? Before certain doom happens. If it will happen. Yep, sure will. Very glad we weren't on that. Yeah, I agree with you, scientist I can barely hear, but the subtitles say that it's there. Hello.
I hope no one expects me to go start up the generator. Smithers went down there and never came back.
Oh, he's probably just hiding over there, to be honest. I could probably just go find him. Well, anyway, guess who he's sending to go start up the generator? Listen, buddy, what if I never come back? What if no one ever comes back? Why are we even doing this? No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it'll go fine. A battery that I don't need. Very cool. Another big cylindrical room. There's a lot of these. That's the theme of Blast Pit. A lot of big cylindrical rooms, but they are all silos, and silos are cylinders, so yeah, it makes sense. Hello, barnacle, that I could almost not see. 3 shotgun shots from all the way down here. I mean, that's... It's not 2 or 1, but it's still a lot fewer shots than you would think, with shotguns being close-range weapons. But then again, they can instant kill barnacles from pretty, not that far away, so yeah. That one died in 2 shots. Alright, so this area is slightly different from the original game. You used to just activate the buttons on the side of this thing, but now you go to these rooms and activate some buttons here instead, and there's also a bull squid here. So, that's cool. I believe this bull squid was originally down in that toxic pool at the bottom there, but they moved him up here. So there we go. Hit that button. And it moves that thing to above this thing, but that's only one part of the process. The second part is over here. In this room.
This is my hiding spot, and I'm not moving until the situation is drastically improved. Now go away, and don't tell anyone I'm here.
Not a bad hiding spot, though. Unlike the original game, where this guy was basically out in the open. Anyway, hit the second button. And you complete the process. Why didn't the door close? Whatever.
Power system engaged. All systems report.
Why is it over there now?
Silo is go.
Alright, that's great news. Now we can go, test the rockets. For no particular reason. It's only to kill the massive monster blocking our way. And may I introduce you formally, since I've got nothing else to talk about right now, to this game's lovely soundtrack. I love it so much. Half-Life had a pretty good soundtrack, but I still think this soundtrack is overall better. It's got a way more consistent tone to it. Okay, there are some new enemies here. Some Hound Eyes and also Vorticon. Okay, they're dead. Hang on, what? What the fuck? Why are they sliding around on the screen? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, the soundtrack is friggin' awesome. And don't worry, it gets better from here.
Excellent. Someone has restored all power. We'll have the engine up again in no time.
Someone has restored all power. Can you take at least one guess who that was? Literally the guy who actually came back from it. Also, I took no damage throughout that whole thing. I'm still at 100 health in the suit. Alright, so now we just get back to the test silo, and we fire that rocket engine. And right here. Let me just fall off this. And that's actually a pretty short drop, so that wasn't a great demonstration. However, the fall damage in this game has thankfully been rescaled to be much better and much less sensitive. It's a lot more like Half-Life 2. Previous versions of Black Mesa, I don't believe actually had the same fall damage as Half-Life 2. I think they kept it the same sensitivity as the original. Which sucked, because the original was way too sensitive. You took like 20 damage from the tiniest heights. And most of the time it was also forced fall damage, but here, the only times I've ever taken fall damage are accidental. And that's great. That goes to show how much better designed this game is than the original Half-Life. Which was kind of a fairly well-designed game, but this game is even better in that regard. In my opinion. I should stress. Woof. That door's seen better days. The bull squid's projectiles always leave this bright green ooze on everything. Jesus. I just realized how freaking terrifying that is. Just a bottomless black pit. It's not like a green toxic pool like it was in the original game. It's just a bottomless pit. Who knows how far it goes down? You can see like the red lights disappearing. Oh, that's creepy. In a good way. Alright. There we go. Let's kill this fucking thing. Jump over the hole. And now, I do want to try this again. What I'm about to do would be suicide in the original game, but I kind of want to try it again. I'm going to rush through to the top. Here we go. Ow. Oh god. Yeah, not an instant kill, but he does a lot of damage. Oh man. Technically you're supposed to sneak through, but I love doing that a lot more, especially with that music in the background, because it fits a lot more. Oh! Here we go, buddy. Like how it's already warmed up and ready for us. Here we go.
guess it's true. If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Did it ever bleed? I may not have been paying much attention, but did it ever bleed? I'm not sure it bleeds when you shoot it, but whatever. Okay, so that basically ends Blast Pit. There's a little more left to go, but that was basically the whole level. All that we just played. And it's a great level, great recreation here. Nothing's all that different, just some extra dialogue in places, and that's fine. That's great. It's still a great improvement, nonetheless, even though there wasn't much to improve. And although that thing does less damage, it still does a lot, and I honestly prefer that over it being an instant kill, because, let's be honest, there were way, way too many instant kills in the original game. Like, it wasn't just that guy. Explosives, environmental hazards, fucking everything else. There were way too many instant kills in that game. So, the fewer there are, the better. I mean, like, I could tolerate instant kills, unless it's Half-Life, unless it was designed in the way that it was in Half-Life, then I hate them. Alright, so here we go. This place was a little weirder. It was like a bunch of switchbacks that went down. It had the weirdest physics ever, where you could take fall damage on it, and if you had 20 health, you had to be so precise or else you would die from the littlest fucking fall damage. Littlest freaking fall damage, but now it's just a straight shot down. Much better design. And look at this. Oh god. Get up here. What the hell are those things? Anyway, these are the burnt remains of that creature that we just killed. Which is a very cool detail that was present in the original game, to give the original game some credit, I guess. Anyway, right here, we get a new gun. This is the Magnum, I think. Are Magnums typically revolvers? I don't know, but you can call it a revolver if you want. I do believe it is supposed to be a Magnum, though. At least Half-Life 2 calls it that. And you can actually aim down sights with it. You can use iron sights on it, and even fire with it. And this is also a long-range weapon, which is kind of our first of the game. The pistol comes close, but it's not really as accurate as this thing is. And this actually kind of would have been nice against the first few fights with the military, because you don't really get a long-range weapon throughout that, but after playing it again, if you push them and just shoot them with the MP5, they're not that bad without it. But yeah, still a welcome gun, and a great addition to our arsenal. Alright, here we got this redesigned area. And that's all I have to say about it. It exists, and it's cool. We gotta get across those pipes over there, and I believe we do that from up here. Yeah, okay. The pipes so conveniently form a bridge that we can walk across. Although they are pipes, and pipes aren't the most stable things to walk on. Because, like, they're round, and you can start to slip off the sides of them. Must not be the, it's not the most stable surface to walk across, but it works. And hey, we don't really care about, like, maximizing safety. We just want to get the heck out of here, or get the heck to the Lambda Complex, I guess. Getting out of here is kind of impossible with how much of a presence the military have on the surface right now. Alright, this area is a little different. Instead of this wheel here extending the pipe out so you can cross it, it brings up this pipe right here. It, like, operates a crane that brings up this pipe right here so that you can go down into here, kill this lonely head crab, and then jump across. And there we go. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll equip this. And that was that entire level. I believe that map was actually the same size as the very same map from the original game, which is kind of funny. That's one of the smaller maps of the game. Okay. So through this pipe, and oh! No longer through this pipe. Alright, let's stop using the Magnum to kill things. It's not the greatest gun to use on a whim. Alright, so, let me say how much I prefer that pipe falling scene over the original game's counterpart. Here it fell to the side, and like detached itself, it just fell completely down. But in the original game, the pipe would break and then bend over and basically dump you into this room out here. And what that meant was, with that game's sensitive fall damage, that would basically be an instant kill without the proper movement. And so you'd have to do the weirdest, most precise movement ever to avoid dying there. And so basically, like, it was just a fuck you death. Like, that you literally couldn't avoid because you couldn't see it coming on your first playthrough. You wouldn't know that it was there. Here, though, it gives you the same vibe of like, oh, it fell apart, oh my god. But it doesn't kill you over it, and I like that a lot more. I like it when games don't just kill you out of nowhere for no reason, just to try and, like, sell something that it kind of does a bad job of selling by killing you so easily like that. That's a weird little bug, where when the wood collides with the vents and it causes those sparks. Anyway, we get a new type of explosives here. That's kind of an interesting one. The trip mines. You know those trip mines that we've been seeing on the walls with the blue lasers? That's what this is. Oh yeah, we're on the next level. Power up. This is level 5. Blast Pit was level 4. But yeah, anyway, these are those trip mines. And you can now use them. You can now place them wherever you want to and try to get enemies stuck in them. However you can. I mean, it's not the most useful thing in the world, at least to me. So that's a big man. And he's got flamethrowers. Blue fire flamethrowers. You got nothing, really? Are you sure? This thing's got nothing. Nope. I think there's still a soldier there, dude. Dude, there's still a soldier there. Go kill him. Okay, I need these medkits now. Alright, well, anyway, yeah, my point is trim mines, I never really use. Because, like, well, it is cool that you can set up traps. It does take time. I'd rather just shoot the thing, so I'm not going to be using them that much. Hope y'all are okay with that, you trip mine fans. But in other news, we've got this big guy hulking around in this room. Another big, powerful alien that we have to kill by some means. We did see right there in its little opening animation that it seems to be vulnerable to electricity. So we're going to have to find some way to shock it. Alright, it should be stomping away like the big dumb brute it is. So we'll take this time to sprint on through. Nope. You get the hell away from me. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, okay. So, this place was actually redesigned a little bit from the original game and previous versions of Black Mesa, where now you have to go up here and climb around up here. I said up here twice. To get to these rooms over here, that door, there was a door down in the bigger room that you could go through originally, but now it's locked, and you have to go up here instead. Yeah, it's this door. This door is now locked. Which is good, because now we don't have that guy intervening on our combat with these guys, the Vortigons that just spawned in. Alright, we could just use the explosive barrels on these guys. Whoa, hello. Hello? Well, that's a pile of rubble we can't get past, and that's a lot of smoke. Get that smoke out of my face. Oh god. Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna use the trip mines here. Lure these guys in. To lure at least one in. Yeah, there it goes. The enemies pay no attention to your trip mines, or I think even theirs. But that's by design, and that's forgivable. Because, I mean, otherwise they would be fucking worthless if you couldn't use them to kill enemies because they were smart and would avoid it. Otherwise they would be pointless. I think if you place them on the ground, they do try to avoid it, but if you place it on the wall, they don't try. Alright, anyway.
Oh, Jesus. You don't know how close you were to getting one between the eyes. Listen, mister, if you can get the power on, that train down there will take us to the surface. I would try myself, but it's a long way down to the generator room, and there's things in the way.
I mean, you're kind of hurt, dude, so I wouldn't do it if I were you anyway. So let's recharge our suit. Here's the big room. This guy's just skulking around in here because he has nothing better to do with his life. And he's kind of trapped. I mean, it's reasonable. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm in here. You can't reach me, stupid. I think in the original game he could actually break the windows and attack you through them, but he can't here. He's just gonna wander around and I don't know, feel sorry for himself, rethink his life choices. Why did I teleport into Black Mesa? I don't think he teleported here by choice. I don't think any of these guys did. At least most of them haven't. Most of the animals, like the head crabs, didn't come here by choice. They were just forcefully taken and teleported here. They don't want to be here. And that's kind of why I like this story, because although it's an alien invasion plot, it's interesting because most of the aliens don't actually want to be here. Like, a failed experiment just caused this. Oh god, okay. So we got some head crabs and a Vortigaunt. Not the worst enemies in the world, but the head crabs are still friggin' tough to hit if they can leap at you, and the Vortigaunt is easy because you have cover. Later on, they'll be a little more difficult. Hello. Nice try. Okay, this section is another example of an improved design over the original game. Right here, there are going to be 2 Vortigaunts that spawn in, and then these explosives are just going to go off and blow up both of them. I'm not really sure why that is. However, in the original game, it was set up... Shut up. It was set up the same way, except with the critical difference that it was a pile of explosives that all exploded at once immediately. And because the original game has the most broken explosion mechanics in the world, if you were standing in the open doorway, you would die. Which meant that basically, you would round this corner, you'd see some Vortigaunts, you'd be like, oh hey, time to shoot them, and then boom, dead. Out of fucking nowhere. Do you know why I'm so split on Half-Life? That's the reason. You should never die to that. But in this remake at least had the good sense to make those explosions go off first and then have it come down towards you, so you have time to react and get to the side. And even if they do hit you, they don't instant kill you. They'll probably just do like a bit of damage. Like, say what you will about this game being easier. I don't care because I prefer this game to be easier. Because if it's too hard, or if it's too annoying, then it kind of breaks immersion. We'll talk about that later, though. For now, let's climb through this silo room, and enter this room, and kill this bull squid that's in it, and pick up a new item that we can use. The grenades for this grenade launcher. And there's the, empty reload. I believe those are called in shooters. But yeah, now we can launch grenades with this, and the grenades are really powerful in this game. I'm going to show them off in this next room, because there are going to be, past this load zone, there are going to be some military in here. So there's a turret to right over here. We're actually going to get it with the Magnum. The Magnum is the best gun for the turrets. It basically one-shots them. And you know what else one-shots things? The grenade launcher. They're dead. The grenade launcher is seriously, like, overpowered. Also, that was, like, a big red hit, yet I only took, like, 5 damage from it. That was funny. Anyway. If you ever just, like, you see an enemy and you think, oh, man, I want this thing to just die now, switch to the MP4 and right-click. Or, sorry, MP5, and right-click. And your problems are solved. It is so powerful, especially against the military. If they're anywhere near it, they get jibbed from it. You do have to aim it well. I've had some times where I use it and then it does nothing. Maybe it weakens one of them, but it's not as effective. But like with grouped up enemies, just click that thing, aim it well, and they're all dead. It's like a get out of jail free card. Anyway, there are going to be some more military right over here. And we're going to use the Magnum on them a little bit, to show that the Magnum is pretty good against them. They still take 2 shots from it. It's not like an instant kill like it is against Civil Protection or Combine Soldiers in Half-Life 2. Actually, I don't think Combine Soldiers took only 1 hit from it. I think sometimes they can take 2. Maybe headshots killed them. But yeah, these guys, I'm pretty sure, always take 2 shots from it, but it's still pretty good. Worth your time, unless there's a swarm. In which case, you might want to just switch to this, since it's... Aiming with this gun is a little harder, because it's more precise. There we go. Just got them with the explosive at the end. Oh my god. But that does mean that I'm now out of those until further notice. I think there's some more guys, aren't there? There's some more military. In here. There's a medkit in here. Those boxes are marked with either like the plus symbol for medkits or with the Or with an energy icon for pseudo-energy. I believe there's a guy over here. Yep, sure is. He's hiding behind the boxes. He needs a shotgunner. And he's dead. Anyway, I may have forgotten what I was just saying. Very sorry. Okay, I think I was talking about this weapon and how, when... Hello? When the... okay, when the enemies are moving around, it's harder to hit them, because this weapon is a lot more accurate, so you have to be more precise with it. But yeah, I'm not sure what this guy was doing, just looking at the wall saying, I got something for you. Yeah, I got something for you, you weird hole in the wall. I don't know what that guy was thinking. But in other news, we're now full on MP4. 5. Sorry, this is MP5 ammo. So we will use it for a very useful cause, shooting these 3 computers to death. Obviously the best cause. So, in previous versions of Black Mesa, this room is actually lit up, but now it's darkened because the power is out. And also, kind of an improvement over the original game here. I'm just going to recharge my suit energy right here. The original game did not have this stairwell back here. This was just a blank wall, and you had to take this elevator down. I don't think you can actually take this elevator down right now in this version, but there were a bunch of trip mines down there, and you had to do some weird thing where you would put the elevator down and throw a grenade down there if you want to take that path. Otherwise, you could jump off the side here, and it would do the same thing. But now, you could go down some stairs. It's a lot simpler, and I like it more. Anyway, I believe there are going to be some hound eyes here. Yeah, there sure are. I think some will also come in from behind. Yep, okay, from down the stairs. I just tried to use a grenade launcher, forgetting that I had used them all up on the military. Where are you going so fast? Okay, good job. Alright, so there's nothing on this floor. So we'll just head down here. See what's up with this generator over here, with this power thing over here. So Unit 2 is on, but Unit 1 is off. And apparently it's off because something's being blocked. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what that means. I'm not actually sure that's what that means, but what we have to do is go down here to the basement, to the flooded basement. Not really sure you want to flood when you're dealing with electricity, which can go through water, and I don't know if I can kill you, but sure. Anyway, there's a bunch of boxes here. Oh, okay, thanks. There's a bunch of boxes here, you break them, and the generator starts working again. And now you can turn on Unit 1 and get the power back. What's in there? Some ammo. Alright, turn it on. There we go, power on. Unauthorized detonation detected in experimental propulsion lab. I'm not sure where that came from. That's a very simple obstacle, just go through it in the right time. We did it all the way back in the first level with the weird doors. So yeah, not hard at all. Now this floor does have a purpose, and now it's fully lit up, because we restored the power. Now this floor has a purpose though, because the elevator that we saw before is over here. So we just have to call it down and take it back up. However, they've gotten to it first. The military have. There's some soldiers on it. And they see me. Alright, kill them. There we go. It's just those two guys for now, but we take this up. I'm already down to 78 synergy. That's how much damage those guys can do in one bit. Alright, there's gonna be some more up here though, so just take them out. Oh god. Oh god. This guy right here. Any more? Yes. Sure are more. Come on, man. Oh god, I'm out. I don't think this reload animation takes any longer when you're empty, which is good because it's already a really long reload animation. It did reload, okay, good. Alright, and with that, we're done with this little room, so now we backtrack over to the first room with that big old brute in it, which is called the Gargantua, by the way. I should start using its name. And press onwards. So yeah, this level is kind of a repeated version of Blast Fit. Big alien in your way. You gotta go turn on some things so that you can kill it and progress. I really hope that the video isn't showing in the very choppy frame rate that it is in the preview. I really hope it's higher frame rate than that, but I think it will be. because that's like 15 FPS on the preview. Maybe I could force the recording to be 60. Oh god, oh god. Avoid the grenade. And there's one guy left, and he's dead. Maybe I could force the thing to record at 60, but I'm worried that that'll like overheat the thing or cause corruption. So I'm just gonna stick with the inconsistent frame rate for now. Hope you guys can deal. I'm sure you can if you're not the pickiest person in the world. So you just fucking live with it, all right? One thing that you, oh god, one thing that is reasonable to complain about is my microphone. Oh, I see. This guy's a military zombie, and he's attached to a little hospital, a little blood pack there. That's interesting. But anyway, it's reasonable to complain about my microphone. I've just got, like, nothing I can really do about that, though, because I do not know how to fix it. So, I'm gonna deal with it for now, and then after this series, I'm gonna look into improving it for the next videos that I make. So, we won't be living with it forever.
Never gonna make it.
Oh, don't be such a
You
Debbie
better
Downer.
go on without me. I'll just slow you down.
Alright, so, apparently this window is broken now. I'm not sure when this happened, but I'm sure this Bale guy just got bored and punched through it. That's reasonable, but now that the power's on, we might be able to activate those big shockers again. So why don't we go do that? Hey buddy, come over here. Alright, so real quick. You gotta, activate these switches. Oh god. Alright, he's gonna be attacking through. He'll occasionally stop and then you can run through. Yep. Activate these three. We could just go. And, boom. Static discharge. That sounds good. Well, let's just hope we never run into those again, because those could actually see us, unlike the big tentacle guy, so... yeah. And they do a lot of damage at once, so... if I let him hit him, like, any amount of time, he would burn right through my synergy, and then my health would be next. That guy is strong. We better not hope we run into any more. Because there are probably more of them. Let's at least hope that we only run into one, and not a pack of them. Alright. So with that done, the trains are now powered. So we can move, we can get on this tram again, which was shown at the beginning of last bit. It's apparently talking all the way up here. And this is a little thing added for convenience. This guy actually turns this thing for you. In the original game, you had to bring the trainer here, go all the way back into the room, and then do it again. But this time, that guy turns it for you. Very nice of him. And now we can progress. Let's go a little faster. Onward we go. And that was actually the entire level. That was Power Up. Hope you enjoyed. It was a great recreation of it. And that's all I have to say about it.
Hey, it's Freeman, right? Hold up a sec. One of your scientist pals said they give you a message. You're supposed to take this old rail system up to some sort of satellite delivery rocket or something. I don't know where it is exactly. The old guy was so worried about getting out alive, he didn't think to stop and tell me. Anyway, the main thing is, the military aborted the launch. So when you find the rocket, well, if you find the rocket, you'll have to get up to the control room and launch it yourself. He said something about a Lambda team needing the satellite in orbit if they were ever going to clean up this mess. Now, get going. I'm going to stick around and help any other stragglers.
So we got a little side objective. We have to launch a rocket. Interesting. Anyway. What I said is basically my thoughts on that level. Good recreation. That's basically all I have to say about Power Up. Anyway, let's move on to the worstest level of all time, apparently. I really don't get why people hate this upcoming level. I really don't. And I'm one that hates, like, a good chunk of the original game. A good chunk that many people would find amazing. I do not understand why this level is so hated. but apparently it was hated to the point where it was significantly changed in this remake. But first, we gotta ride this little tube out before we... little tube down before we can see what this level's called. Alright, so yeah. This level, on a rail, is like... seems to be everyone's least favorite level in the original game. I do not know why. I thought the level was perfectly fine. There were some annoying bits for sure, but... there were annoying bits in every other level in the game. So, like, that's not... that's not really a valid argument. And it did go on for a long time, but so did a certain later level that I thought was much worse. We'll get to that. But anyway, apparently the Black Mesa developers didn't really like level either, because here they cut it down significantly. It's a lot shorter, and a lot different to the original. Mostly because it's shorter. Oh god, those are some weird physics there. But yeah, for most of the level we're going to be riding along the tracks. It's kind of like the vehicle sections from Half-Life 2, but less intrusive, if that makes sense. I think we're gonna get some enemies soon. Forgot how long it is to go. I believe there are gonna be some Vortigaunts right here. Yep. You can kill them pretty easily with the Magnum. Seems to be 2 shots. I thought it was 1 shot when you got a headshot. Apparently not. Alright, there are gonna be some more guys in here. There's a bull squid. Bull squids you can instant kill with the Magnum, which is very cool. There's also a Vortigaunt there that I didn't manage to kill, but luckily we're stopping right here, so I can actually just go back and kill him. One change that I do appreciate that they made about this level, these tracks along the ground no longer hurt you. And I like that change because that was just annoying. It makes sense that it would be electrified and whatnot, but in the original game, it really only served to annoy, and really, I feel like the suit should be made out of rubber to prevent electric damage, so yeah, you just don't take any anymore. That's fine. You do, however, take electric damage if you enter this water. So don't do that. Don't be like those head crabs. Don't dive into it head first. Jeez, how many head crabs are in this freaking game? Alright, so this is kind of an interesting puzzle that was not present in the original game. There were some puzzles throughout the first few tunnels of the original game where you would shoot these signs to choose which track you went on, but those seem to have been replaced with this little bigger puzzle. You have to turn off the switch, stop the water from being electrified, then you go in, take this plug out of the water, plug it in over here, and that plug was what was causing the water to be electrified. So, then you climb out, and turn it back on. And you used to be able to activate this little platform here that will bring us to the other side of that from out here, but now you actually have to go into that room. However, this door is locked, so you have to take an alternate path through here. And as you can hear, there are some dudes up here. We shall quickly take them out with the explosive barrel and kill them. I believe if you go down here, you'll end up on the other side of this little room we passed that had some enemies in it. Yeah, right here. You'll end up on the other side of this, and that'll take you back to the start of the level. So it's kind of one big loop, but the correct way to go is through here. You can kill these barnacles. There's always a surplus of shotgun ammo, so I'll use the shotgun on it. Wasn't really expecting to find you here. Otherwise, I would have brought out the Magnum instantly, but I, for some reason, froze up and refused to change weapons, because that's how I play games. Alright, there we go. And unfortunately, lowering that platform did cause a bunch of other guys to show up, but it's fine. We've dealt with them before. It's just some head crabs, and a Vortigaunt that zapped me. Thankfully... oh, Jesus. Thankfully, the Vortigaunts aren't nearly as powerful as the Archviles, which do, like, 20 damage to you. Supposedly. Haven't actually played Doom, but I do know about it. Alright, now we can continue. So let's keep going. I do not know what is causing those physics noises. I think it's from, like, the train itself. It's very strange. Alright, this little upwards elevator here was a lot less fun in the original game because there were military soldiers here, but now it's just this turret. And you can just shoot the turret. Yeah, now it's just turrets. Turrets are actually stronger than the military's guns, I think. I think they do more damage per bullet, so you should probably kill it right away. I think that turret activates itself over time, I'm not sure. But anyway, there are some more turrets up here that do not activate themselves. So you could just kill them with the Magnum. So let me just, there are 3 of them to be specific. This one, that one, and that one. There we go, got them before they were able to do anything. Safest to use the Magnum on them, so we'll switch back to MP5 for the next batch of enemies we see. Ooh, I can see the moon out of my window. Fun fact. Alright, so here we got a laser, turret laser here. I think you can avoid it by jumping over it, but it's hard to do. Please die, thank you. Oh man. Glad that that's the only thing to worry about here. Alright, there's some trim mines here. We're going to... Don't go faster! Why did you go faster? What the hell are you doing? That was not me doing that. I was pressing S like a smart person, and the train was just going faster for no reason. Anyway, there are some trip mines there that will blow you up if you don't get out of the way of them. And there are also some military here. You haven't fired your gun yet! You haven't even seen me! Don't say, yeah, I hit him! What the hell? They love saying that. For some reason, them saying that is passive battle dialogue that they say when they're in their, like, combat mode. They don't say that after they've for sure hit you. They just say that passively, which is very strange. Alright, there's this little room over here. It doesn't have anything in it. Except this, this green power gel. Which for some reason always sticks out to me over, anything else in this room. But it's got another Mac Blaze of Fire Extinguisher, so you know what? That's a worthy room. Die, Freeman. That's not very nice. That's not Freeman, by the way. You got the wrong person. Whatever. Did they seriously kill this guard and then write this message in their blood? Jeez. He's military, man. Rudest military I've ever seen. So right here, they're battling some Vortigaunts. Throwing grenades at them. Most of the battle can't be seen. Okay, they're redirecting the fight to us now. How nice of them. All right, we're gonna use the Magnum here. Got quite a bit of ammo for it. This guy's injured. We should die from it. Please kill him. Please kill him. Damn it! I was hoping I could kill him so I could get that achievement. But yeah, you can pick up the grenades and throw them back at them if you get to them in time. If you don't, then they'll explode before you can release them. Okay. Jesus, what's happening over here? Hi guys, how's it going? Oh god, I'm out of ammo. I didn't realize I was out of ammo. I'm not following my own advice very well, but no matter, because they blew themselves up. Ah, smart military. Very, very smart. So I got some more snacks here. Let's take a look at these. Those are obviously based off Takis. Those are obviously based off Skittles. I believe those are Lay's. Not sure what that is. Those look like Milk Duds. I don't know. Let's not spend too long here, though. Hey, buddy. We'll be getting to you guys soon. But for now, there is something in here to find.
And just when I was starting to feel lonely. Sounds like the troops are fixing to throw you a surprise party. Better close those parts, Slick.
Sorry. I just wanted to pick up those shells. Anyway, you can take this guy along with you. And so I will. So this is a pretty cool recreation of that little bit where you get off the train and you go through some rooms with the military fighting Vortigons. It is a lot smaller. But I still think it's better. And I still think this level is really good. Oh, Jesus. I totally forgot about this. About these Vortigons that spawn in. Alright, you know what? I guess we'll help the military. I mean, we are fighting the same enemy, but then we also have to kill the military themselves. And they're kind of tougher enemies, so I'm not sure how good of an idea that was. Okay, he's dead. Amazing. You know what? I loved that. Okay, hang on. I'm very bad at aiming. I love how I launched the thing and then they said, "That's a grenade!" and then died. That was funny. Alright, we can mount this 50 caliber turret because there are more guys that are gonna come. And we gotta kill them with it. And this thing is so powerful that it jibs them. Despite it being basically just like slightly bigger bullets than the MP5. Very interesting. Alright, so I think that's it for the combat here. That guy, by the way, that security guard, if he didn't die here, there would be nowhere else for him to go anyway. He cannot follow you past this point, so... yeah, there's not much of a reason to take him, but he's still there, and... I mean, at least I don't have to just leave him behind to inevitably die. At least it just got it out of the way early. Alright, anyway. I love the barnacles, like, they're kind of interesting enemies when you consider them as, like, animals for predators and stuff like that, but gameplay-wise, they just sit still and you shoot them to death and they don't even do anything. But, hey, that's kind of the point. And at least, their tongues are kind of hard to see. Alright, I'll give them more credit. A bull squid spawned down here. Now, direct headshots, or I guess mouth shots, to a bull squid with the Magnum instant kills them. I may have mentioned this 5 seconds ago, but it specifically headshots to them, instant kill them. That's great. Alright, so anyway, you have to climb up here to open these two doors, and now we can take our lovely little train over here, through here, after we get rid of that trip mine. What was happening on this computer? Okay, I guess I don't get to see what was happening on that computer. I was gonna try and see if that screen was readable. Anyway. Let's keep going. So basically, we're like over halfway through the level at this point. This level is much shorter in Black Mesa than it is in the original game. I believe that there's... oh god. Hang on, before I continue this, get a load of this guy. My favorite military soldier in the entire game. He's like a gaming journalist playing Half-Life for the first time. I love him so much. He's just panicking and he just keeps panicking and turning in all kinds of directions. Never once fires a shot at me. And just says like, "Watch out, I'm going in! We're gonna kick your ass!" Godspeed. Godspeed, man. I love him. I'm not sure why. I think there are loads of zombies up there, and so he keeps wanting to shoot them, but I don't know why he doesn't shoot at me. I was standing right there. It's so weird. He was literally like a gaming journalist playing a shooter for the first time. Like, oh god. You see how he was fighting those head crabs? He was going like... go like this. Oh man. He's also totally alone, and yet he talks as if he's in a squad with other people. I love him. He's my favorite soldier out of all of them. I may have forgotten what I was trying to say. Oh yeah, Okay, never mind. I'll get to it in a bit. Don't worry. That zombie just got grabbed by a barnacle. He's still being pulled up. Look at that. He's still being pulled up. Are you okay, guys? Was that still him being pulled up? Oh my god. Oh, I love this game. he was being eaten right there, and that guy launched a grenade at him, even though he couldn't do anything, and he posed no threat to him. Oh man, the AI is beautiful. Okay, so anyway, before we get into this interesting bit, this level is severely cut down compared to the original game. However, there is a mod for it called On a Rail Uncut that basically reintroduces the full level. It is a mod, though, that you can download, and I think it just replaces this current level with that level. And from what I understand, it is like the same as the original games, like the full uncut version, which is very interesting. I'm not sure if it was made by the original developers, or if it was made by some other person that made a mod for it. But yeah, this game's got pretty good mod support. It's supports Steam Workshop, and apparently the mods are really easy to download on Steam Workshop, so yeah. And Source Engine, from what I understand, is easily moddable. So anyway, here we got an interesting bit. Launch platform console remains locked till all work platforms are lowered. Work platforms must be lowered on all levels prior to raising missiles. So there is the rocket that we've been chasing this whole level. And we have to set it in place, but to do that we need to go activate 3 things and then come back here to the top. This little, I guess, puzzle, it's not really a puzzle, it's very linear now. This little sequence was not present in the original game. And in fact, in previous Earths to Black Mesa, it was actually quite different. You would start at the bottom, and you would climb your way up, but in 1.5 they made it so that the train now comes up here, and you start from the top, and you climb down and activate as you go, and then you can just... oh god. And then you can elevate yourself all the way back up to the top.
Heads up, I'm going in!
3 guys focusing on 1 head crab. What amazing priorities. We're just gonna take this chance to kill them. Where did that come from? What is this, Half-Life? That was just a random freaking explosion. More on that later. Alright, so anyway, here's one of the buttons we need to press. Unleash the platform, unleash it, then the door opens, you go down to the next floor and you do the same. This one's full of boxes, which I'm not really sure how this adds too much challenge, but sure. Then you do it again here, and then you break all these boxes, and you open the way further, and my frame rate is dropping. That's fun. Not the frame rate of the recording, but the frame rate of the game itself. I wonder why. Anyway. Then you blow these guys up with a grenade. That was actually perfect. I love that. I also love, like, the total fireworks explosions and all the banging sounds as the jibs hit the wall. And then, you activate that button, and all 3, oh, okay. Calm down, game. What was with that? Now it's not happening anymore. Strange. Why was the frame rate being lowered? Oh, whatever. And then you can take this elevator back up. In previous Earths of Black Mesa, it wasn't this linear. It was kind of more of a puzzle, but now it's more of a sequence. That's fine. I mean, it's still like a little moment of interaction, and it's still pretty cool, so... Anyway, hit this button.
Attention, all personnel. Launch control train activated. Clear area immediately.
There it goes. Getting into position. Okay. If it weren't for the subtitles, I don't think I would have been able to understand a word that radio was saying. Alright. So after that, the train will turn around and you can continue forth this way.
Attention. Satellite.
Yeah, we know. Alright, let me stop here to grab some suit energy. Now we continue onwards, because we're not quite done with the level yet. We are over halfway through it. We're actually almost done with it, but there is a little bit more to go. Go faster. What are you doing? What the hell? Okay, whatever. You raise me up. I don't know. I was trying to think of some funny thing I could say, and that was the first thing that came to my mind. Is that a light? Oh my god, it's almost like we live on Earth. That's crazy to think of. It's almost like this is the real world, and we're not in some weird alien demented facility of death. Alright, there's some military that will show up over here, kill the both of them. Or you could just let them go like that. This area is actually closed. They're gone. So, cool. They may show up as reinforcements later. For these guys, who promptly destroy your train. The meanies. Now you just killed them. That was terrible. That was a terrible grenade. Do not do what I just did. That was a terrible grenade. Alright. Kill the shotgunner. Dodge. Reload, reload, reload. Get out of the way before the grenades kill me. And push these guys. Reload. There we go. Okay. More guys coming. Okay. Yeah, so, like, I guess I should mention it now, because we're about to be fighting a lot more military. Definitely a best strategy against them. As I have said in the previous video, kill them as soon as you can. And, like, the best way to do that is, like, even if they're currently shooting at you, run towards them, shoot them with the MP5, because hiding behind cover really doesn't help you that much. They can still hit you, in, like, cover like this, and even against, like a big wall, they can still throw grenades around it, and it just, and then like forcing you out of it, or like forcing you to throw it aside, or maybe show yourself a little bit, and then they'll just hit you anyway. Yeah, like there's really no point in using cover. Just kill them before you run out of suit energy, because when you run out of suit energy, that's when your health starts plummeting, and then you die. So yeah, just best thing is to kill them as soon as possible. And so, like, that's why I've been pushing them with the MP5. Otherwise, I would be staying behind cover, but that's not really the best choice. Maybe on hard, it's a little different, but as far as I can tell, hard mode is just you die until the game lets you through, which is a lot like the original Half-Life, and I do not want to play that. Ever. I'll talk more about that, later.
Who is this guy? Freeman?
They said it was at ground zero.
The science team.
Yeah.
Shit. What, so you think this guy's responsible? Sabotage, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. All I know for sure is this guy's been killing Marines.
Oh, yeah. He'll pay. He will definitely pay.
Okay. I guess I will. How much do you guys want? I can get you $200. 300. How about 400? Alright. They're dead. Barely managed to hit me at all. Alright, so that dialogue right there. If there's any bit of dialogue that I would say is a little inferior to the original, it's that one. That guy said, "All I know for sure is this guy's been killing Marines." In the original game, however, he used to say, "All I know for sure is he's been killing my buddies." And I kind of like that more. It felt a little more, like, personal to him that I was killing a bunch of the army, a bunch of the military. Killing Marines just sounds kind of generic. But anyway. It's a very minor change. I'm not gonna get hung up over it, because the improvements this game does make are way too fantastic that minor things like that, while they are there, I don't care about them one bit. And I think that this game is still fantastic, otherwise. Alright, so now we begin kind of an action-packed area, and kind of a remaster of what was previously just like 2 little rooms with a group of like 2 or 3 military. Now, it's a much bigger scale fight. So we start by killing this guy, and then we can get on that 50 cal turret. However, I prefer to just run forward, lay waste on them, because the turret really isn't that accurate. And I just have better luck doing this overall. Is there a guy over here? Yeah, there sure is. I'm not wasting my time doing this. Jesus. Oh, alright, I'm still good on synergy, but that's because I haven't picked it up. And there are some synergies around. Oh, come on. They're a lot more accurate than the Combine Soldiers, which I'm pretty sure, at their base, they're reskinned Combine Soldiers in this version. But they're a lot more accurate than the Combine Soldiers are, so you take a lot more damage from them, and it's way more noticeable how tough they are. Alright, I've got some grenades back. Just to kill that guy. There's this guy in here. Okay. That's not it. Jesus, man. I used an entire clip. Alright, well, good thing I'm still at 93 health. Like, technically, we've been eating bullets, and we should... Damn it. What the hell? Why is my shotgun not loaded? Come on, load it. Load it. Okay. Oh my god. So technically, with the amount of bullets we've taken, we should be dead right now, but looking at the health, it's like 90, 87, and that's not bad. I mean, like, obviously you don't have a health stat in real life, blah blah blah, but still, like, the HEV suit, point is, the HEV suit has been taking most of the hits from the bullets, and so it kind of makes sense as to why we are able to actually live this long. Once you run out of suit energy, though, then you start actually taking the bullets for real, and then you start dying. Area in front of this electrical panel must be kept clear for 36 inches. Too bad! I'm gonna get right up in this electrical panel space. So now we enter this bunker, climb up here, and go sneak around these weird things. There's some military in here. Can I break this silently? No. Okay. Hey, how's it going? I'm here. I believe it's just these two guys. Yeah, okay. Neither of them even tried to throw a grenade. So we emerge into quite the interesting lab here. It's got this little, globe, virtual globe of the Earth, with some satellites. And if you, look carefully... Doesn't seem to be showing up on my recording preview, but maybe you'll be able to see it. Okay, yeah, you can see it. It, like, flickers a little bit. I think that's really cool. Because, you know, it's not a fully, it's not a fully perfect hologram of the globe. It will flicker. Yeah, stuff like this reminds me of those, really advanced visitor centers in national parks that have, like, a big globe, an interactable map. I always like it when they have those. Or, like, even the small bumpy maps in tables, inside those glass tables that show you, mountains and stuff. National parks are cool. The moon has moved outside my window. Alright, anyway. So, satellite array status online. Yep, this is definitely the rocket place. Launch control. Big green button that says launch control. Even though the button is red. Whatever. Let's hit it.
Satellite launch system activated. 20 seconds remaining. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Major improvement over the original game. You can actually see the rocket now. Unlike the original game where there were these big, like, danger fire hazard things in front of you, and you could only see through, like, a little gap. in the screen. You could barely see it launch at all. Probably was done to disguise the fact that it didn't look too great, but yeah, that was much better, I have to say. And I also have to say, first of all, let's enter these labs. Why not? Oh, screw you. And they also made bulletproof glass. Well, the correct path is actually back out here. So, I also have to say that I really like this section of the game. This is the only time that you get to see what nighttime looks on the surface, and it's pretty darn cool. I like these those buildings over there with lit up windows and that fancy looking dome over there with the red lights. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be in the circling thing, and also just the backgrounds of Earth, but with distant gunshots and explosions. Because, like, although we're still on Earth, it's not normal anymore. It's definitely not normal anymore. Well, with that being completed, that is where I will end this video. In this video, we completed Blast Pit, Power Up, and On a Rail. Blast Pit and Power Up were not only two very similar levels, they weren't changed that much from the original game. Power Up had a little layout change in the big room, but that was it. On a Rail, however, was significantly cut down to the point where, like, if the level was the same length, we would be at 2 hours at the end, but we're only at an hour and a half because of how much shorter it is, and we're at the end of the level, by the way. So yeah. Anyway, plot-wise, we killed 2 massive aliens using environments, either the rocket engine or the big shocker thing, whatever that's called, respectively. And then we also fought our way through those little rail tunnels and launched the satellite delivery rocket, which should hopefully help clear up the mess. I like how the smoke particle is still just chilling there. Anyway, next time, we will continue on. Yes. I mean, like, there's nothing in the plot that explicitly says where we're going, but we're gonna continue on. So anyway, thank you all for watching, if you did watch, and as always, I will see you all in the future.